it's a mix of old and new films. It's also a beautiful mix of the feature films as well as documentaries. So we opened up yesterday with a film called Shaheed. Like for example, Kranti, again another Manoj Kumar film, which is a kind of a fight against Britishers. Obviously, there is a Uri, which is a the recent kind of a example of the bravery of our soldiers and armed forces. RRR, another very popular film which is a fight against Britishers.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time today. It's indeed a pleasure to speak to you. और ये बहुत ही खास दिन भी, and we're talking about something very important. बहुत ही important topic भी है. NFDC के through there is a film festival that is happening, and it is all about India's freedom. It has a very important message. I wouldn't like to put that out. I would want you to tell the viewers what this beautiful film festival is all about.
So, as you rightly said, this is a patriotic film festival, which is, based on the theme of our patriotism, valor, the sacrifice, of countless people, to attain our freedom. And that's why we are, also calling it as a Har Ghar Tiranga, because that is basically the flag, our Indian flag, which is a kind of an inspiration for all of us. So what we are in the process, in fact, it's ongoing, is that we have planned a film festival on this theme. And in fact, this is happening simultaneously in 4 cities, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, and Chennai. And we opened up yesterday. And these are, variety of films as well as documentaries, which we are kind of chosen to showcase. Basically, the idea is, to particularly, kind of showcase, through the medium of cinema, because, as you know, cinema is a very powerful medium. And, these are the films which we chose, to depict, various kind of aspects of our freedom, our patriotism, the nationalism, and the sacrifice. So all these things, we want, our young children also to kind of see for themselves. And that's what the thought behind this festival. So this is a 3-day festival, 11, 12, 13, simultaneously happening in 4 cities.
How does the festival really use cinema as a tool to sort of strengthen the emotional connections with the Indian national flag and the freedom struggle?
So, in fact, one of the short film or documentary, we call it, is called Our Flag. It basically, it kind of showcases the entire, journey of how our Indian flag came into being, how it was conceived, what was the thought process behind it, the colors, what it depicts, the charkha behind in the circle, all those, the chakra basically. So all those things are beautifully, explained in this, documentary. So that is what, the Indian flag. So the young children should know, how our flag came into being, basically, and what powerful medium than the cinema. It's an audiovisual, medium. It kind of directly communicates with the audience. There's another film called, Shahadat, which is, it's a short film and a documentary about a village in Rajasthan, where almost, I believe, every family, every house has a one member, in the armed forces. So that's a very, very unique kind of a, story. So that's basically the idea, that how the flag inspires, us to serve the country, our nation, and at the same time, a very living example of that, in the form of a village in Rajasthan. So if you see the kind of films we have chosen, it's old and new, mix of old and new, plus feature and the documentary.
In fact, I was coming to that, what an impressive lineup of films, that has been put out for the viewers. But how tough was the entire journey of selecting these films that signify India's pride and freedom struggle?
Well, obviously, you have to kind of obviously program it for 3 days, and taking into consideration the duration of each movies and all. So yes, but we thought about some aspects, like as I said, it's a mix of old and new films. It's also a beautiful mix of the feature films as well as documentaries. So we opened up yesterday with a film called Shahid, which is one of the best known film of Mr. Manoj Kumar, who is Mr. Kumar, kind of Bharat Kumar, is another name for him because of his patriotic flavor he brought into his many films. So that is one part. And it is not only related to our Indian freedom struggle alone. Obviously, yes, there are various aspects, like for example Kranti, again another Manoj Kumar film, which is a kind of a fight against Britishers. But at the same time, there is a film called Saath Hindustani, which was a kind of a fight for Goa's liberation. So these are different aspects of our kind of struggle to gain independence. We thought, and also there is a film called Major, which is talks about the valor of Major Unni Krishnan. So that's another film we chose. Then there are one or two biopics like Swatantra Veer Savarkar is a film we thought. Then there is a short biopic documentary on Lokmanya Tilak. So we chose some heroes of our own freedom struggle. And then there obviously there is a Uri, which is a the recent kind of a example of the bravery of our soldiers and armed forces. RRR, another very popular film, which is a fight against Britishers. So this is a kind of a combination we thought can be made into a really good kind of bouquet of films.
Wow. And so, you've talked about films. These are not just films, but there's also a lot of educational content, coming out from each of these movies. Are steps also being taken so that, you impart the same message to school kids or maybe college students? Do you want to take it further, to the basic level? I mean, school is the basic level. So would NFDC want to do something like that in future?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I can tell you that in Mumbai alone, in these three days, we
Hmm.
are bringing almost 1,300 school kids.
That's
And
great.
we are tied up with the schools of BMC, and they are coming in batches. I just had a small kind of an interaction with them. And they were really thrilled to see these movies on big screen. Again, that's another beauty of this. This is to watch the film on a big
On a
screen,
big screen, yes.
and as a kind of a that is a different experience, and to watch with your friends, school friends. So 1,300 schools in Mumbai alone in these 3 days, and the same thing we are trying in other locations as well. We also have a program of taking these films to schools, wherever they are, and we are in touch with some of the state government departments, as well as schools and the district school authorities, so that we can chalk out a program, and not only limited to these 3 days, but also kind of a year-long activity that we are planning, obviously. Yes.
And so, my last question, there's so many impactful classics that have been included in the lineup of films. What was the process involved in selecting these classics, and what steps were taken by NFAI to preserve them?
Obviously, I'm glad you asked this question, because NFAI is the one of the largest film archive, and it is a repository of our own film heritage, so as to say. And we have been managing to preserve lot many films, and these are not only really limited to one particular language, but this is a coming from across India. So as you know, there are about 7 to 8 major industries, film industries in our country. So we get films from all these regions, and we are trying our best to kind of preserve these cinematic gems. But at the same time, preservation is one aspect, but the second aspect is access. You have to make it accessible to the general public, to the film lovers. And this is a attempt. This is an attempt to kind of showcase this thing. So, and as you said, we have a huge kind of array of films which can be termed as classics. So like Sat Hindustani, we have restored this film. In fact, we have restored. This is a film which has been restored by NFI, NFDC, and this is a part of the package. So restoration, means you remove the entire dirt and dust or whatever other problems which might have come due to the wear and tear of the film, and you make it as close possible to the original version when it was screened or when it was released. So and this is done in the best of the technology, that is 4K restoration. So this particular film which has been restored by NFI is also part of this particular package. So yes, and this is an ongoing activity of NFAI to preserve the cinematic heritage of our country. So yes, that is also so this is a kind of a coming together of kind of a institutions also in terms of not only preservation but the access part of it also. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for this enriching session. And we always look up to NFDC for all its beautiful projects and, really serious steps in sort of, making people aware of cinema, not just as a tool of entertainment, but a larger message, that it put across, and of course, education included in it. And I think NFDC is definitely doing a great, great job in it through its film festivals and other programs. So I wish you all the best for all your future projects, and we'll be in touch for more things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Divyaji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You take care.